Alright. So, amidst all the storm reporting, which, in case you didn't know, that shit's still going on. So, amidst all the storm reporting, they talked about, I guess there was a climate town hall the other night with all the Democrat fucking dummies. And they played a snippet of Andrew Yang. Now, Andrew Yang, I thought that Andrew Yang was just unrealistic. Like, I don't think that Andrew Yang is kind of in with the rest of them. I don't see him as a clown. He's got his own ideas. He's just not smart and he's pretty unrealistic. I say that he's not smart because his ideas are kind of stupid. The universal basic income thing. No. Fuck you. No. Like, I want you to tell me exactly what it is that I'm getting, and I want you to be willing to tell me exactly what it is I am paying in order to get that money, and I want you to tell me exactly how the fuck you are making up the difference. Right? Like, and then I want you to explain to me where the fuck my incentive is supposed to be to do well for myself. Right? Why would anybody want to be a millionaire when as soon as you become a millionaire, you go back to being a thousandaire? Nobody fucking wants that shit. That's why everybody's working so hard to be a millionaire, because they want to actually fucking be a millionaire. If you're going to tax me 90% at a certain point, I have no fucking reason to go to that point, do I? All you're going to do is encourage people to shoot for the middle, which is good because you're going to be paying them to, right? And not only that, but how the fuck do you think you're going to actually tax the rich? Like, how do you think that actually works? Right? Fucking, the asshole that runs New York said, thank God we've got a lot of rich people here. If they all left, we'd be fucked. Why do you think he would even be thinking that? What? Do you think the rich people are trapped here? Fuck no. They have a far easier way of getting out of this country than you do. You think they're going to still be here? You think when that first tax hits them, they're not going to go, fuck this? I think he's stupid and unrealistic. At least that's all I thought. Now I'm beginning to realize that no, he isn't stupid and unrealistic. He is just like the rest of them. He's cunning, and he thinks you're all stupid. Right? He thinks we're all stupid. Listen to this shit.
Mr. Yang, meat consumption, beef in particular, is a major driver of climate change. Should it?
Fucking is it? Is it really? Why is it that all of a sudden I'm hearing about that? All of a sudden that's a fucking problem. Oh, because it's new. And I don't know. I don't understand the plan here. I don't get the plan here. Who the fuck do you think is gonna vote? Alright. Fuck it. You know what? Let's just continue. I'll be here all goddamn day.
Should Americans change their eating habits and eat less beef?
You know, the UN just released a study that said we're going to be okay if the vast majority of the world goes vegetarian immediately. You guys see that?
Womp womp. Like, was that a joke? Like, I don't know. Is that a joke? Because fucking watch this shit.
So,
I don't know, like, was that supposed to be an applause break? Was that a laugh break? Because there were two people that went, ha. Is that a joke? Like, is that supposed to be a joke? Because, well, first of all, I don't give a shit about anything the fucking UN says anymore. The UN has joined in with all of you. They've become part of you. So you quoting the UN to back up your points right? Like, that's... You know, the other day I said that we'll all be good if we all go vegetarian. And then the next day you go, you know, yesterday Andrew Yang said. Fuck it, dude, fuck you, man. No. Whatever. But I don't know. Was that supposed to be a joke? He waited for laughs. And generally you don't wait for laughs unless you're literally telling a joke. So... is that a joke? Did the UN even say that? I'd love to see that report. I would love to see how they fucking break that shit down. But I guess it was supposed to, I don't know. Is it supposed to be a joke?
It's good for the environment. It's good for your health if you eat less meat. Certainly meat is an extraordinarily expensive thing to produce from an environmental sustainability point of view.
Well, actually, no, it's not. You see, there is this farming method wherein you pack in the cattle stacked like cordwood, right? And then you know, raise them in pens really, really fast, fatten them up as fast as possible, immediately kill them so that you can, you know, cycle in new tenants. Temporary tenants, but nevertheless, right? It's called factory farming. It takes far less land and far less effort and is far less impactful on the environment than the shit that you guys forced us all to do years ago, which is the free range farming, which takes up a lot of land, is hard on the environment, and so it's like you had this great idea. We don't want to be mean to the cows. Yes, we're killing them to eat them, but we don't want to be mean to them, right? Unless God is actually a cow, they mean literally nothing in the grander scheme of things, but we don't want to be mean to them, right? So whatever, okay. So now we do this free range thing. We give the cows the taste of what it's like to be wonderful and free, and then we kill them and eat them, yes. There's something about the meat, I think. I think what it is, I think the reason why our society has gone such shit is because the constant fear and just terror and torture that cows go through in factory farming. I think that shit actually made the meat better for us. I think it made it better for us. I think now we not only have so much fucking leisure time and luxury in our normal everyday life that we can worry about shit like that. Not only that, but our cows also have leisure and luxury time. So they live carefree all the way up until they die, and it's so fast now that they don't even know what's going on. I think we should go back to torturing cows. I think that might be why we're such pussies.
So I think it would be healthy on both an individual and a societal level for us to move in that direction. But again, this is a country where there's a lot of individual autonomy, and so you can't force people's eating choices on them. All you can do is try and shape our system so that over time we evolve in a productive way.
There it is, folks. He just said, "You're all stupid." You might not have heard it, but he did. He said, we have these things like freedoms, and he almost says it like fucking bullshit. But he says, you know, we have all these things, and so we can't force people to do what we want them to do. However, we can control the system, and we can change the system so that eventually we phase out meat, thereby forcing you to do what we want you to do. That's what he said. You didn't hear it? Let me play it again for you.
So I think it would be healthy on both an individual and a societal level for us to move in that direction. But again, this is a country where there's a lot of individual autonomy, and so you can't force people's eating choices on them. All you can do is try and shape our system so that over time we evolve in a productive way.
Right? He says very plainly, we can't force people to do what we want them to do. But then he goes into a whole lot of jargon. You know, we got to, you know, we can alter our system to where we can evolve in a productive way. we can phase out meat so that we can make you bitches do what we want. Right? What forces people to do what you want them to do, like taking away their options? Shy of putting a gun to their head, giving them no fucking options, kind of still tastes like force to me. So, you saying that we're stupid? Right? Or maybe he's actually talking about evolution. Is he actually talking about biology? I don't know, it's so confusing now with the joke and everything. The joke that I don't know if it's a joke, but maybe he's actually talking about fucking biology and science and shit. I can do that too! Here's a picture. What you have here is the jaw of an herbivore. Right? There's two different types of teeth when it all comes down to it. There's the teeth in the back and up in the front there that are flat, crushy teeth. And then there's two little spiked teeth. Right? Now, I believe this is a horse's jaw. The reason why the horse's jaw is like this is because it has two little sharp teeth for defense. And then it has all manner of crushy, smashy teeth to eat plants. Because that's all they eat. They don't eat fucking meat. They eat fucking grass. It's what they eat all goddamn day. It's all they ever do is just sit around and fucking eat grass. That's why it's so easy for them to eat. They've got so many crushy, stumpy fucking teeth. It's easy for them to use their flat front teeth to firmly grasp the blades of grass and pull them nicely out of the ground so that they can then chew the shit out of it with their back flat teeth, turning it into a nice paste which they can then comfortably swallow. Right? That's a horse. That's a horse. That's the herbivore jaw. Right? Here, I believe this is probably some sort of, I don't know, dog or something. But here is a fucking carnivore, right? You can see the molars, the premolars, the canines. They are all incisors. The whole shebang is all sharp teeth. You want to know why? Because blunt, crushy teeth are shit for defense. All right? You can't go from biting somebody with sharp teeth and then all of a sudden you're biting them with blunt teeth and have that be worse. That's why horses have a couple of little sharp teeth, but mostly all flat fucking teeth. Now, can you imagine this dog, rat, whatever the fuck this is? Can you imagine this thing trying to eat grass? Those blades of grass are going to slip through those incisors and canines like blades of grass slipping through teeth that are sharp. Right? Like that. It's not actually a saying, but it kind of should be because that seems like a fucking saying, right? This motherfucker cannot eat grass. Period. What can it eat? Flesh. It can tear and rip flesh. And after it has used its incisors and canines to tear and rip flesh, it will use its molars to tear up that flesh even more so as to make it into a nice paste so that it can comfortably swallow it. Right? Premolars are generally the ones used for, attacking things. Right? That's what you clamp on with. Right? But there you go. That is the difference between an animal that eats nothing but plants and an animal that eats nothing but animals. But I hear you out there. But Andy, we're human beings. We eat both plants and animals. I got more science! This isn't a human jaw because I decided I wanted to continue to go along with the whole animal thing. You got sharp incisors and canines, kind of like people. You got flat, crushy molars, kind of like people, right? The sharp teeth are in the front, the molars are in the back. The flat, crushy teeth are in the back. Now, why would a human's mouth or an animal's mouth be set up this way? It is so that you can both rip at flesh with your front sharp teeth and mush up any sort of anything that you just have in your mouth. Right? Like, you don't need to have sharp teeth in the back in order to eat meat. You just have to be able to have teeth in the back so that you can turn it into a nice paste so that you can comfortably swallow it. Right? But you need to have the sharp teeth somewhere in order to eat meat. Because you can't just mush flat meat and just mush it flat and expect to eat it. Can you imagine eating a steak that has just been smushed flat? You gonna just swallow that? Like, seriously, just take a piece of steak, right? And just try and rip it off with your back teeth, first of all. That'll be fun. And then after you've done that, only chew it with your back teeth. And just up and down. Don't grind, because then you're using the sharp parts of your back teeth. No. Just straight up and down. Just mush it flat over and over and over again. And then try and swallow that shit. Don't really, or at least have a friend that knows the Heimlich, but Jesus Christ, like, you can't do it. That's why we eat meat, bitches. It's biology. It's science. You see these? I ain't gonna chew fucking your cud with those fucking things. Hell no, motherfucker. Take your tofu, right? And I want you to squish it like this until it's a nice big tube and shove it straight up your ass. I ain't eating it. Fuck no. I eat meat. You wanna know why? 'Cause it's good. It tastes good. It makes me happy. And, you know, I don't know what to tell you. I've seen a whole lot of weak, frail fucking vegetarians. I haven't met many weak, frail carnivores. You know. Had that meteor never hit, or Thanos snapped his finger, or whatever the fuck it was that killed dinosaurs, had that shit not happened, the T-Rex would still be king of the goddamn jungle. You wanna know why? All he eats is meat. Anybody fucks with him, he eats them. We would have evolved from them instead of monkeys, or whatever the fuck it was it came from. Right? Or God would have made us a lot bigger. I don't know. Like, I don't know. Maybe we'd all be fucking 500 feet tall too, and we just punch a motherfucker in the face if it came up. Maybe they'd be like dogs to us, and there'd only be 12 of us on this whole fucking planet. I don't know. But I know one thing. I'll take any of you motherfuckers in a fight. Because I'll eat you. But seriously, I'm tired of this shit. Like, I'm tired of this. I think you're all stupid. So I'll say it like this. No. You can't tell me that, you know, people have all this autonomy. So they have freedom and we can't tell them what to do. But we can just take away all their choices to where you have no other options other than what we want you to do. Still just feels like force. And not only does it feel like force, but it feels like you're cutting the job industry a fuck ton. You think there's many dairy farmers that are going to vote for Andrew Yang? Honestly, you Democrats, you're like the people that are amazed they get voted off so early and fucking lost. Or lost. Jesus Christ. I'm Survivor. You're like the people that were amazed for getting voted off early and lost. And we were all amazed too. But the people that get voted off really early in Survivor, they're the ones who are like, I don't know why this happened. Because you were a threat long term. Because all the weak people banded together and took your strong ass out. That's why. Like, and this is what we got going on right now. All the weak people are banding together to take out the strong people. But guess what? You're trying to win an election. Who in the fuck is going to vote for Andrew Yang after this shit? Not one dairy farmer, not one meat farmer, not one beef farmer, not one pork farmer, not one no kind of fucking farmer that deals with animals. Not one of them is going to vote for him. And nobody that eats any of those products is going to vote for him either.